If you have running water, I recommend a Lifetime cone filter. If you don't have running water, it's not very practical because you got to rinse it out every single time, which I did when I lived in an apartment. But since I don't have running water because I don't have a gray tank, yeah, I just turned that off. I use number 2 cone filters. I'm watching what I'm doing through the camera. Put them back. And here, this is my little coffee package. My Rocket Java Red Brick bulk coffee at Winco Foods. I thought I would make sure I didn't run out of my favorite flavor. It's dark roast, smooth, not too bitter. Okay, so got the coffee in there. Let's get it going. I weaved that. It's actually one of those little girl looms, but I still like it, you know. I can do more complicated projects with knitting since I'm a knitter now, but I still like the little little girl potholder things. They're still cute. Okay. I'm going to let you watch that while I get the Magic Touch, which just puts the Rocket Java coffee over the top. Okay, this is going to be difficult to do. So, okay. That work? Gotta be patient. I like to get all the sides. Don't want to waste coffee. It's delicious. This is gold. This stuff is gold. It's so good. I can't drink canned coffee anymore. I haven't been able to for a few years now. It's just nasty to me. It just, I can taste the difference and I just can't do it. For years I used to be able to. When you can't tell the difference, then by all means, buy the cheapest coffee you can. If you don't know the difference, save the money. But once your taste buds have learned the difference, you can't go back. And I'm not suggesting it. That you learn the difference, because buying the higher quality brands is definitely more expensive than your Folgers or your Mighty Fine brand, or whatever your store brand, whatever you buy that's cheaper in the canned version. But I really enjoy my coffee, and this is I had a couple coffee makers. Well, I have one still. It's at somebody's house right now. I did take a video. It's an earlier video. It doesn't use any coffee filter at all. and I like using it. I like it, and if I lived in a sticks and bricks, I would still use it. But it's not practical. It takes up extra space here. See, because here I always use this hot plate, so it's just practical to just make the cone coffee. It just takes up less space to not have to keep a coffee maker. And I gave another coffee maker, gave it away to a friend, and she needed one, so it was just as well, right? Yeah, I still have a lot of appliances in my RV, and you know, I could try and rough it, but it would, the more appliances I would take away, the less, you know, the less variety in my cooking. And I am a cook. I went to cooking school. I'm a cook. I like to cook. I'm already limited as it is. This toaster oven only really heats the top and not the bottom. Even when I make toast, I have to flip the bread to get both sides. So that's not really an oven, but it does cook a number of things. You know, there's all kinds of things I can cook in there. I can cook meat pies and burritos and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Heat leftovers. I would recommend the most ideal thing to heat leftovers would be this Hot Logic. Sometime I should do a video on that. It has a plug-in, and it kind of takes a long time, but it doesn't burn. It doesn't overcook the food or doesn't burn the food. It slowly heats the food. I recommend it. That is my, I suppose I could, if I really wanted to reduce, no, because the Hot Logic would not make toast. And that doesn't heat in the same way. The toaster oven does not heat in the same way the Hot Logic, because the Hot Logic will not burn your food, as I said. This is my Ninja blender, and it is great. I've had a few blenders in my time, and it's definitely more efficient, like in breaking ice. And I like to make my healthy smoothies in there. And this hot plate I use every day, no fail, all the time. And yeah, these things, the things that I could not replace, no matter what, the hot plate would be number one, and then the Ninja blender. And I want to keep both the toaster and the Hot Logic, but I suppose the Hot Logic is smaller. But then how would I make toast? Oh, I suppose I could make toast in a fry pan on the hot plate. I could do that, but I don't want to. Why should I? Okay, so this is my electric can opener, and it's just easier. Who wants to hand crank open your cans? So I like having it. I plan on keeping it in the RV. So, but I suppose, no, I don't want to give up the toaster oven. All these things I really need. Now, this pile of clothes, that's another deal. What can I say? I have a lot of clothes, and believe me, this is not all of them. That is, well, that's towels and pajamas. And I left most of my pajamas at home. These are breast forms because I had breast cancer, so I wear a prosthetic on one side to balance the weight. Otherwise, I would be in pain from extra strain on one side. Okay, that is good enough. Looks like I got to test my coffee and see if it's not too strong. Okay, have a lovely day, and it is, you can see what time it is right there. This is, got to reorganize a little bit. I moved again to another spot, This is my second round. Sometimes I don't always have a second round of coffee, but today I am. And maybe just for demonstration purposes, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. Later.